Space flights are challenging. Astronauts have to be prepared to deal with the uncertain. However, the crew of a SpaceX capsule are facing a challenge like never before. A faulty toilet, which has forced the astronauts to use diapers on their way back to Earth. The astronauts will leave the space station on Sunday, describing the situation as suboptimal but manageable. NASA astronaut Megan MacArthur said in a news conference from orbit, quote, "Space flight is full of lots of little challenges. This is just one more that we will encounter and take care of in our mission. So we are not too worried about it," end of quote. Endeavour, the Crew Dragon spacecraft, is scheduled to undock from the International Space Station at 18:05 GMT Sunday to begin the journey home. Once detached from the ISS, the capsule will begin a journey of several hours, the duration of which can vary greatly depending on the trajectory, and will then land off the coast of Florida. French astronaut Thomas Pesquet said ahead of the departure, quote, "As we are preparing to leave, it's kind of a bittersweet feeling. We might never come back to see the ISS, and it's really a magical place. I'm very thankful that people dreamt the ISS some time ago and then went ahead and worked hard to make it happen and to build it for the benefit of everyone," end of quote. 4 astronauts are returning to Earth after spending more than 6 months in space. The 4 members of the Crew 2 mission will return to Earth before the arrival of a replacement crew, whose takeoff was delayed several times due to unfavorable weather conditions. The 2 missions are being carried out by NASA in collaboration with SpaceX, which now provides regular launches to the ISS from the United States. This is related to that. Space can be a hard place for astronauts. Poor vision, exposure to radiation, muscle deterioration tops the list of problems. But how do they manage basic necessities? NASA's new solution helps the astronauts ease the pressure.
The simplest of things often become difficult in zero gravity, especially trips to the toilet. For years, astronauts at the International Space Station have struggled with bulky, inefficient toilets. But NASA has come out with a new model that will hopefully solve this problem. A $23 million titanium toilet. The ISS is currently fitted with clunky Russian-built toilets, but at 45 kilograms and 28 inches, the new ones are just half as big. A few subtle changes have been made to make the new model better suited for women. The seats are more tilted than before, and the system as a whole is much taller. The old ones, on the other hand, are more convenient for men, something many women astronauts have raised in the past.
We're actually getting a new toilet on board the International Space Station. This new toilet is going to be a little bit easier to use for both men and women. Of course, there are some anatomical differences, and some of the earlier versions didn't take into account everything equally kind of for both men and women. So this one should be a little bit easier to use for everybody.
The space station will get a lot more crowded in the coming years. SpaceX has already started sending astronauts up, and Boeing is less than a year away from doing the same. It goes without saying, more people means more toilets. The new model will first get a trial run at the space station. If the response is positive, it'll be cleared for regular use. NASA has high hopes for its new design. The United States' upcoming lunar missions are also expected to use the new toilet. The last time NASA ordered new toilets for the space station was in the 1990s. Since then, space programs have come a long way. In terms of technology and diversity of personnel, this $23 million invention is in many ways a reflection of those changes. Bureau Report, WION. World is One.